I want to thank you all for being here in the cold to mourn as a community and to take a stand against anti-LGBTQ hate and violence. On Saturday evening, 5 people were killed and 25 were injured in a hate crime at a queer nightclub in Colorado Springs called Club Q. Club Q is regarded as a safe space, a hub for queer people in an often hostile community. This safe space has been robbed of them. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday to a call from my stepmom. I knew it was serious because she never calls me that early in the morning. She was panicking, calling to make sure I was okay. I told her I was fine, and I asked why, and she gave me the news. My family lives in Michigan, so when they hear Springs, they think that's where I am, but I explained I'm in Steamboat Springs, not Colorado Springs. But I immediately started texting all the queer people I knew who might be in the Colorado Springs area. I'm grateful that I heard back from all of them. Some folks are still waiting. Some folks will never hear back. Colorado Springs isn't far from here, and many here may be personally directly impacted or know someone who is. Please know that you are not alone and that you're surrounded by people who want to support you. Club Q had planned an event yesterday for Trans Day of Remembrance that they were not able to host due to the shooting in which 2 trans people tragically died. This serves as a reminder that queer people, and particularly trans people, are not only victimized by hate when there is a mass shooting at a queer nightclub. 34 trans people have been killed by anti-trans hate in the United States this year. Traditionally, on Trans Day of Remembrance, we speak the names of those who have had their lives taken due to anti-trans hate. In the spirit of that tradition, I will now share the names of the victims of the Club Q shooting, and I ask you to please light your candles. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Daniel Davis Aston. Daniel was a bartender at Club Q, an outspoken trans man. He continuously helped raise donations for Black trans people on his Instagram. He was the light in every room, according to his close friend. I'm sorry, I have a hard time getting through these. Raymond Green. Raymond was celebrating his friend's birthday when the shots broke out. His friend Rich apprehended the shooter as he died. After his death, his girlfriend posted on Facebook, "You are my home, my heart, my everything. You changed my life. You made life worth living." Kelly Loving. After moving from Florida, Kelly was new to the Colorado scene. A nurturing soul, she was like a trans mother to her friends. She was loving, always trying to help the next person. But instead of thinking of herself, she just was a caring person. Her sister told the New York Times. Ashley Pogg. Ashley and her friends decided to go to Club Q after spending time shopping and getting dinner together. She was a family woman and lived for her daughter, according to her sister. She is survived by her husband and 11-year-old child. Derek Rum. Always bubbly and joking, Derek had no shortage of friends in the community. He was a part owner of Club Q. He was a kind and loving person who had a heart of gold, his mother told reporters. He was always there for my daughter and myself when we needed him. Also his friends from Colorado, which he would say was his family also. He was living his dream, and he would have wanted everyone to do the same. We'll now take a minute of silence. Final words. It's important to hold space for our grief and our sadness. It is also important to create space for outrage. This is not how the world needs to be. This is not inevitable. LGBTQ people are beautiful and deserving of lives full of joy and love and safety and abundance. I feel hopeful that the pride flag is on the pole today. If you haven't noticed, this is very proud of this. This is incredible. And I thank the county commissioners. There will be comments at 10:45 in the morning tomorrow about this. I also feel hopeful to see so many faces here, eager to support the queer community. And two things can be true at once. It is terrifying to see anti-queer and especially anti-trans rhetoric, especially in online spaces locally. It is abundant. From the comments on local news to posts in community groups, it may feel like there's no sense in responding to these people, and it's true that they are likely beyond lost in their hatred. But we see your response and your lack of response. The queer people in your lives, your queer neighbors. This tragedy happened because hateful rhetoric has become the norm. It's been allowed to fester and recruit people. And I'm afraid to live here when I see hate speech on our local forums and no response to it, or an inadequate response to it. It might seem silly, but it's not. This is how this is spreading on social media. Please stand up for us every opportunity you get, all the time. We have the power collectively to make this a place where anti-LGBTQ hatred is not tolerated. I assure you, once they realize the flag is up on government property, they're going to have things to say. We need to take them down. Not physically, but verbally. And for the queer folks here, I'm going to share the words of my friend and fierce queer organizer from the Yampa Valley, Bree Cole. Do not let this hate crime silence you or make you small. Lean into that grief, but don't let it stop you. We will not let our fear stop us from existing. We are stronger together, and they will not tear us down without a fucking fight. There are half sheets going around with a QR code to donate to the victims and their families. And again, thank you so much for being here, and please take care of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Chelsie.